Pesticides. You study the effect of fertilizers on ecosystems in Lesson 1.10. Here you will explore the impact of another chemical introduced by humans. Pesticides are chemicals designed to kill pests. A pest is an organism that people consider harmful or inconvenient. As much as 30% of the annual crop in Canada is lost to pests such as weeds, fungi, rusts, molds, insects, birds, and small animals. Pest control measures can reduce the cost of food crops to consumers. Pesticides are also used to control diseases such as malaria, which is spread by a mosquito-borne bacteria. Malaria causes fever and may lead to death. Question A. List 3 possible short-term benefits of pesticides. Types of pesticides. Thousands of pesticides have been developed since early farmers applied arsenic, lead, and mercury to crops. These elements were not only deadly for insects but also poisonous for people. Today, approximately 2.3 million tons of pesticides are used yearly worldwide, or about 0.4 kilograms for every person on Earth. Pesticides are not just used in agriculture. They are also added to shampoo, carpets, mattresses, paints, and even the protective wax on produce. Question B. Which pesticides decompose rapidly and which pesticides stay in the ecosystem for years? Bioaccumulation. Pesticides that contain chlorine, such as DDT, are soluble, dissolve, in fat but not in water. These toxins cannot be released in urine or sweat, so they accumulate in the fatty tissue of animals. When there is a small amount of pesticide in the environment, it enters the bodies of animals that are low in the food chain. At each stage of the food chain, the pesticide concentration becomes greater. The higher the trophic level, the greater the concentration of toxins or poisons. This process is called bioaccumulation. Question C. Vultures and some types of beetles feed on the dead bodies of animals from several trophic levels. What is the effect of bioaccumulation on these animals? Effect on humans. Like other top predators, humans are affected by bioaccumulation. Studies from the 1950s show that DDT levels were high in humans who lived where crops were sprayed. Anyone who ate crops or animals from the sprayed areas was also exposed to DDT. Although DDT has been banned in Canada and the United States since the early 19,705, migratory birds and fish still show signs that the problem has not been eliminated. Question D. Why should Canadians be concerned that other countries have not banned DDT? Question E. Breast milk contains fat. How could breastfeeding affect the concentration of DDT in a mother and in her baby? New, improved pesticides. Modern pesticides are not stored in fat tissue, they are soluble in water. These chemicals act like nerve gas, affecting breathing or muscle activity, killing the pest or making it easy prey for predators. Although safer than older chemicals, there are problems with modern pesticides. They break down quickly in the soil and must be applied more often. They do not target a single organism and may affect any organism in the food web. Bioaccumulation can occur when other organisms eat dead insects. Continued application allows insects to gradually become resistant to the pesticide. Question F. Why are the new pesticides less harmful to ecosystems than DDT? Atlantic Canada and the spruce budworm. The spruce tree is an important resource in Atlantic Canada. It is used extensively in the construction and pulp and paper industries. Few pests have created as much concern as the spruce budworm. During its reproductive cycle, adult moths lay eggs on trees in June. Eggs hatch and larvae move into the interior of the tree, spin webs, and move into the dormant phase. Larvae awaken in May and feed on old needles, unopened buds, and male flowers. Larvae work their way out onto branches to new shoots. If the larvae population is high, all the new shoots could be eaten, reducing tree growth. Removing the needles weakens the tree, making it easy for other insects and infections to attack it. After years of this cycle, the tree dies. The pie graph in Figure 5 shows pesticide use in Atlantic Canada. Despite the longest running pesticide program in the world, New Brunswick has still not eliminated the spruce budworm. Question G. What industry uses the most pesticides? Question H. Why do you suppose the spruce budworm has not been eliminated after 40 years of pesticide spraying? Question I. What might happen if biologists used really large amounts of pesticides to kill all the spruce budworms? Question J. What groups of people might have benefited from New Brunswick's spraying program? No spraying has been done on Cape Breton Island. There, the spruce budworm infestation has been allowed to run its course. After a few years, the budworm population stopped growing, and about 50% of the island's softwoods, spruce, fir, and pine, have been lost. Question K. Identify groups of people who may have suffered as a result of the decision not to spray. Question L. What are the benefits of not spraying? The Great Lakes and the bald eagle. When ice and snow melt in spring, pesticides from the land are often carried by runoff into streams and lakes. Once into aquatic ecosystems, pesticides are absorbed into the tissues of aquatic insects, and the toxins accumulate at each step of the food chain. One of the animals most affected is the bald eagle. Many threats to the bald eagle reduce its numbers. Early settlers cleared the eagle's nesting trees and hunted the eagles to protect livestock. Industries release toxins into the environment. Eagles eat both live and dead fish. Their prey include large predatory fish, trout, salmon, pike, smaller fish, bass, minnow, amphibians, small mammals, and birds. Eagles live for as long as 25 years, and as top carnivores can accumulate fat, soluble toxins from the food chain. Once in the eagle's bodies, the toxins are not released except through the laying of eggs. Question M. Why would female eagles have slightly lower levels of toxins in their bodies than male eagles? Question N. Draw a food web showing the movement of pesticides in a lake from aquatic insects to the bald eagle.